now we're going to try and analyse another sentence that has a complementizer phrase, something you won't see anything more complex than this at this level. So let's have a look. It's quite a long sentence. If we look for verbs, you can see there are two verbs in this sentence. So let's have a look at the main sentence, okay? So the first main verb in here is complained, so we divide it out into our noun phrase, which in this case are the fans, and the verb phrase, which is complained, it's a long one, complained that the queues for food were too long. Okay, so that's our verb phrase and our noun phrase. Let's go back to our noun phrase and divide that up. We've got the, which is a determiner, and we've got fans, which is a noun. Okay, if we take the head of our verb phrase out, our verb over here, we've got complained, which is a verb, which leaves, oh goodness, sorry, moving things around, which leaves that the queues for, stop it, sorry, I keep touching things as I'm recording, for I'm just going to write down here, for food were too long. If we look at that, we know that there's a complementizer, that this is a complementizer phrase. We know that is a complementizer, therefore that's the head of that phrase. So we take out our complement from our complementizer phrase, which is that, and we call it a C down here, and it leaves the queues for food were too long. Now if we look at that, there is only one verb in that long sentence, so that sentence stands alone, and there's only one verb, which is here. So we can see that the subject of that sentence, the noun phrase, that sentence is about the queues for food. And our verb phrase is were too long. Long. Right. So we've divided up our sentence just as we did at the top into noun phrase and verb phrase. So let's break up our noun phrase, which is quite long, and that divides up into a determiner, which is the queues, which is a noun, and for food, which is a prepositional phrase, which then itself divides up into a preposition when we take the head out of it, which is for, and food, which is a noun. Okay. If we look at our verb phrase, so remember we take the head out of the phrase, which is the verb, were, and we know that's a verb. And we've got too long, which is, and it's too long is describing the queues for food. So it's describing a noun, therefore it's an adjectival phrase. And when we look at that, long is our adjective, that's the head of that phrase. And too describes the adjective, so that then is an adverb. Okay, too is an adverb, and long is the adjective. So that's the diagram. Now you will not in this course see anything quite that complicated in an exam, but I'd like you to start to feel a bit confident with just starting to work through step by step what things might be.